Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. This time is of the Star Wars Black Series, The Mandalorian, and I have really been looking forward to this. Not just the figure, but the series itself. So this has been kind of crazy and surreal for me because we're kind of jumping into something that we don't know much about, which is pretty fun. And as a casual Star Wars fan, I can honestly say I'm super duper excited for it. And what's I think the most enjoyable about it so far is because we don't know what's coming, except for the people who've obviously worked on the show. I think it's fun that we can kind of imagine what this guy will do and take photos of it. And I don't know, I guess that's just me and my excitement. But anyway, let's jump into the figure, talk about it, as I am no pro on this. So I will guide you to the best of my knowledge. What's really cool about this guy is the look in the Mandalorian armor. And I noticed the Mandalorian chest and the helmet. It's kind of like the going thing with the gauntlets. But I've noticed that he also kind of has patchwork of other pieces of stuff. So this looks like a shore trooper shoulder pad and some gauntlets for the hands and just mixed match patchwork that's gone along with the figure. And I really, really like that. It's kind of like this guy's a sort of a scavenger. And it's also the reason why, voila, the background is kind of the way it is. I was working on my idea of the Mandalorian. And if this guy's a scavenger and he's finding down TIE fighters and trooper armor, why wouldn't he incorporate it into his own? You know, you're a bounty hunter. What you find is yours, right? So that's my idea of him that I have. So anyway, let's jump into this cool guy's articulation. The first thing I want to do is pop the head off because I want to take this cape off. I don't like the plastic cape. And it's actually a much better plastic cape than most plastic capes that I come across. It's just I am not a fan of those, and I just want to take it off so we could just show that range of motion and things like that. So the cape is actually pretty nice, and it has a great pattern. It's just I am not a fan of that kind of stuff, so it's too, not for me. Now, as far as articulation go, this guy's actually pretty nice. I think as far as Black Series, he's one of the more articulated ones, which is pretty dope. His head can go down, can go up, really far up actually. So that way, if you are doing flight poses, looking up shouldn't be too much of an issue for him. He has a lot of expression, tilting side to side, that gives you that extra menacing look for him. This guy actually has a butterfly joint that kind of wiggles backwards, giving you I don't know actually what to even call it, because it doesn't go fully backwards, but it goes backwards enough to give you range. There is a torso swivel, and not really to say ab crunch, but a swivel on a ball joint, kind of like a Ryu from the SHF stuff. So you get to wiggle this guy around and get a lot of range with him. It's pretty nice. There's this invisible ab crunch across the lining. There's no ab there for the crunch, but it's lined up that way, or maybe that's just the way the t-shirt, well, the undergarment is designed. I can't call it a shirt. The arm has a 90-degree angle, which is pretty nice. But, most people want more, but I'm okay with this because it gives you a swivel on the gun holding hand, or should I say blaster holding hand, that goes up, that gives you that extra bit of range. As well as with the butterfly joint, gives it a nice little extra tidbit to go over. It also swivels this way. And on the other arm, it goes up and swivels this way as well. This one has a normal peg, like a Figma. So it goes just up and down. It doesn't swivel this way at the, you know what I mean. As far as the legs go, the legs are actually pretty nice. It goes up this way, and it has a double jointed knee. You have the generous Hasbro ankle pivot. It can go forward and backwards as well. Now, the one thing I want to say on the left leg, because the armor hinders it because it's a little bit higher on this side, you need to be careful with your thigh swivel and when you're folding it up, because you'll hit a bump right here because this armor is higher. So you have to keep that in mind. Still double jointed, still has all the movement, but it will stop a little bit sooner than that of the right leg. So we're going to get this guy all nice and posed up. Getting to make him look a little bit more imposing. And I guess that cape is actually going to do it to make him extra more imposing. And it looks pretty nice. Now, for his sidearm, he has his blaster. Someone in the comments, please put the model. I'm not sure if you guys already know it. You guys are pretty on top of stuff like this, and that's pretty cool. So this blaster is actually pretty nice. It's not really painted up, but it looks like a classic version of a Star Wars weapon, which is actually pretty cool. It kind of like it has an essence of a revolver in the Wild West for the Mandalorian. Let's leave it like that, right? And I thought that was pretty cool. It stacks in on the sidearm, and it latches in. Mine doesn't latch very well, but it's no big deal, right? I really like this guy's helmet. It's painted with brown and silver, kind of like the paint has faded because he's stolen the helmet, or who knows, like where he's gotten it from. So that's pretty cool. And then we have his rifle. I'm not sure if this is a rifle with a taser option or a taser with a rifle option, but I do like it. It's new, it's different. It's something you don't see every day, which is pretty cool. And on his backhand side, there's going to be two latches for it that line up along with this strap. So if you had the cape on, let me actually pop that back on for you guys. Where did I put that? Oh, all the way over here. Oop, fire. So when you pop this back on, voila, get a little wiggle room. As you can see, it makes room here for this movement, for the, movement. It makes room for this move to slide in, grooving, and it holds pretty well. Even with the plastic cape, mine doesn't normally fall off, which is pretty cool. It makes him look good too. So as you can see, it holds up. Pretty nice stuff. Now, the rifle can hold itself pretty well too. And he can actually get it in both hands. So let's actually test that out for those that want to see it. Because the arm can cross, and they gave it the articulation, you can actually do things like this, and this guy actually looks pretty cool with it. And I like stuff like this. I like that they've gone the extra mile to really make this guy look cool. You know what I mean? These are just quick poses, and I should probably fix his head so he looks this way. And I like this kind of stuff. Now I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to show you guys some other stuff. Now, I've also taken weapons from my other SHF stuff to show that he can carry it, and as well as Black Series. So my General Grievous, the Black Series that I actually don't enjoy, I think the model kit is better, has really good lightsabers that he can hold in both hands that I've used. As far as SHF, if you take Phasma's rifle, it fits in his hands as well. So if you want him scavenging for weapons the way I do, and have him looking cool, he can also hold Chewbacca's solo blaster, which I call the super shotgun. I think it's dope. But these are all little things that I kind of keep in mind for him and things like that. And now we're going to jump into the size comparison, because there's not much else that I can offer for this guy, being as I don't have a mini Black Series or anything to really compare it with. So we're going to go by what I know and what I can do and offer the best up for you guys. So let's have him stand straight up and let's get these guys in comparison. Now, here is the Boba Fett from the Black Series previously. So you got those guys look at each other. Here is the Mafex one. The Mafex Boba Fett. And as you can see, this guy's actually a little bit shorter, even when comparing it to other Black Series stuff. But I'm okay with that. With the new added articulation and a new look, I think this guy is really dope. And I don't have much to complain about. But as we go on, we'll see how he places with other stuff. Here he is with a Black Series Sith Trooper. Here he is with Cal from the new Fallen Order game. And as we can see, the Mandalorian might be a little bit on the smaller side. But again, I don't have an issue with that. Here he is next to a Mythic Legions Orc. Here he is next to SHF Luke Skywalker. So if we compare him to SHF and other stuff, I think it'll actually work out pretty well. Here he is next to an Articulated Icons Ninja. Wow, he's even shorter than the Icons Ninja. Or maybe I just have his feet too wide. Nope, still technically shorter than the Ninja. Didn't expect that, but still pretty dope. Here he is next to a First Order Stormtrooper from SHF. So I think actually with all Star Wars things considered, he's actually a pretty good size. Here he is with SHF Solo Chewie. So yeah, I think he's a pretty good size actually overall. If he's going to start fitting in with other scales that easily, I think that's one of those things I can actually look forward to. Pretty happy about that. And here he is next to a custom Mezco with a CJ suit and my head on it. And that's based off the Diabolic body. And as you can see, he's even smaller than a Mezco. So yeah. All in all, I've really been enjoying this figure. So I hope you guys will enjoy the photos at the end. And for those of you who are going to ask in the photos, as far as a cloth cape, I use my extra Batman Sovereign Knight cape. I had an extra one since I chose to use my wired one. And what I did was I was like, hey, if I'm going to use it on this guy, right? And I just put it on him and it looked really good. So that's what I did, and I used it for the photos. So I hope you guys enjoyed the end. As always, guys, hope you found it informative. Hope you enjoyed technically my first Black Series review, if not my second. I honestly can't remember. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you found it informative. And most of all, hope you do good, be good. Drink your water, guys. Later.